All right. Hey Ben, how are you today? This fine morning in
I'm good. I'm good, good. I'm up at the crack of dawn.
yeah,
It's not that early, really. It's 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m.
and I'm at the other end of the scale. It's 11 p.m. here in Australia, and it's great to be talking to you, Ben. I'd just like to ask you a few questions about how you actually got started online, and sort of what you did to get the success that you've got at the moment.
Okay, cool. Fire away.
Okay, so how did you first start in internet marketing? How did you first discover it?
I first discovered internet marketing after I had an offline business actually, and we were going through a recession in the UK, which wasn't just the UK; it was a worldwide thing. And I was looking for ways during the recession to get more people for my offline business originally. But at the same time as that, I was going through a hard time just financially and emotionally. And to be honest, the truth is I was just looking for some other way of making money. Anyways, the recession went from bad to worse in the UK. I lost a lot of customers, and I just got to the point where I was struggling to pay bills. Things were getting really tight. I was getting down in the dumps about it. I was kind of feeling just in general not too happy with life, just fed up with life, angry at life, wondering why like nothing was working out for me. Um, and this all kind of like culminated in I was out, and I'll keep this pretty brief because I could say more. But I was out one night in the car during winter. Um, it must have been about 11 p.m. at night, raining, really cold, and I was like just really stressed out about money. Have you ever been driving and you're just really thinking about all the problems in your life, and you're just driving thinking how much your life sucks? And I was so kind of stressed out about this that I was in a 30-mile-an-hour zone doing 70 mile an hour, and I didn't even realize how fast I was going. And I was going around this corner, and I actually flipped my car off the road. My car flipped off the road and crashed into the side of a house. So things kind of went from bad to worse because that obviously had some ramifications to it.
For sure.
But anyway, to cut a long story short, it was at that point where I just thought, I got to do something else with my life because clearly I'm not happy, and I could have been dead, or I could have killed somebody. So next 2 years go by, and I'm basically looking on the internet, trying to make money on the internet, trying out paid surveys, trying out all these stupid things that most of them don't work. And eventually, after 2 years of getting in even more debt and getting even more down and struggling, just when I was at a point where I really felt like giving up, I actually stumbled across, or should I say, Angie stumbled across me. She was the first person I met online or the second person actually I met online who was actually able to show me some stuff that really, really worked. And, we were in various network marketing companies together. One company, we built an income of 25K a month in 3 months or less. And we just did a lot of really cool things together in a very, very short space of time. So after 2 years of going through a struggle, once I got some direction, I was able to very quickly build an income, and kind of that happened through finding a mentor who was able to show me what, some of the things I needed to do to start being successful. So that's how I got into internet marketing and started getting my first taste of success.
Right. Yep. So it always seems that people hit rock bottom before they actually find something that, and I think it's a little bit of a little bit of luck, a little bit of desperation, a little bit of just mindset saying, right, that's it, I've got to do something to change something, you know.
Yeah.
And usually you read stories about internet marketers or even people in general that have had success and they've really hit low points in their life before they've actually bounced back and you know, made themselves something. So it's interesting to hear that you kind of you've got a similar story, and from what I know, Angela's got a pretty similar story too. I've read her story quite a bit, so I think I'm at that stage now too. To be quite honest.
Well, Janelle, there's a story that I always share with people, and you might have heard it. It's about this guy, and he's in his house, and every single day and night, he hears this dog howling next door. And this dog is howling, and this man's sitting in his house getting more and more annoyed with this, thinking, why don't the guy next door do something about that stupid dog howling? So one day, he goes round to his neighbour and he says, I've noticed that all your dog does night and day is howl. You know, what is up with your dog? And the man says to him, he's sitting on a nail. So the guy goes, well, if your dog's sitting on a nail, why doesn't he get up and move? And the man says, because he's not in enough pain.
All right, yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people, they're going through difficulties in their life, but they're not actually in enough pain to move. They're in this place where I call the comfort zone. They're not happy with their job, but they're comfortable getting a check that just about pays their bills. You know, they're just about surviving. And when you're just about surviving, very often, you don't do anything because it's easier to just about survive in most cases than to actually, you know, put in a little bit more effort and improve your life. And that's why in most cases, although you don't need to hit rock bottom, most of us have to before we do anything, because it's easy to be comfortable. So, you know, and that's kind of where I was for a long time. And then when debt collectors started knocking on my door and taking stuff away, that's when I realized I need to do something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's interesting because there's not enough pain. And you usually hear too, when people are in, you know, when you're marketing and stuff, if you meet people's pain points, then you've got a bigger chance of selling things. Or, yeah, so that sort of, you know, people react more to pain than they do to, you know, elation or something like that. So how long have you been in this internet marketing space now?
At the end of this year, it'll be close to 7 years. So about 2010, I jumped in. I kind of dabbled for the first 12 months. I was curious for the first 12 months. Then the next 12 months, I got serious and I was just trying to figure stuff out. But yeah, it'd be close to 7 years by the end of 2016.
And so you said you've been in network marketing, and now you're predominantly doing internet marketing. Is that right, or have I got that wrong? Or are you still in some network marketing?
Yeah, that's correct. Everything we do now is internet marketing based. Yeah, so it's all about affiliate products, sales funnels, building a list, and emailing that list, and just in general building an audience using predominantly Facebook, but there are some other places we build audience too, you know, YouTube and, you know, various other places.
So how important has list building been for your business, do you think?
Super, super, super important, predominantly for the last, when I got out of MLM and network marketing back in 2014, so 2 years ago now, everything I've done since that point has been based around list building, you know, everything. So my entire business revolves around me either promoting and creating my own products, which the reason you can probably ask me more about this later, but the reason I do that is the end game is I want to build a list through doing that. That's the reason I'm creating the products. Or promoting other people's products that I mail to my existing list. So, you know, that's my business in a nutshell. Mailing my lists at least twice per day, every day, 365 days of the year. That's how I generate my income.
So have you always been list building? Were you list building when you were in the MLM companies or the network marketing companies? As much, do you think?
No, the first time I started list building was in the final MLM company I was in. You know, I had somebody in the company, person who ran the company, stressed to me the importance of beginning to build a list. So, you know, I really took that to heart. Listen, at the time, they knew a lot more about that than me, so I took on board everything they could teach me about capture pages and funnels and list building. And I began to build my list through solo ads and social media. And, you know, I just progressed from there. I learned everything I could about list building, sales, copy, all that kind of thing. I invested $12K with an expert just to like learn everything I could about writing sales letters, building funnels, capture pages, and just growing a list basically. So yeah, and then I just got obsessed with it, and started to get really solid results with it. And kind of like a lot of people who I talk to who start building a list, you know, if I could say anything to anybody, then really, whatever you're doing, whether you've got an offline business, online business, network marketing, MLM, e-com, you should be building a list from day one of setting up your business. Because, you know, as internet marketers, a lot of the times we don't have like, and I don't even really believe in retirement funds, to be honest, but that's another story for another day. But you, in a way, you got to see your list as a retirement fund, because you really do get to a point with your list where, you know, you decide, for example, today, oh, I'd like to buy a new car, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand this and think that you should just be treating your list as this cash cow, because that's not what I'm saying. But yep, you get to a point where you find a valuable product that your list will benefit from, and you think to yourself, oh, you know, I actually like a new car or a vacation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a cool product. I'm going to mail my list. And it's literally like watching money getting printed as commissions come in. You push a button. You know, people talk about push button marketing. It does exist. But what people don't understand is before you can work smart and push a button, you've got to put in the hard work first to get to that point. Yep. But if you prepare to put in the hard work for a year or two, you can get to a point where, I mean, the last affiliate promotion I did, I generated 140 sales in 3 days from my list.
Great. That's
so,
great.
You know, you get to that point where, you know, that's the value of having a list. It's like having a retirement asset.
So if you'd have spent from day one building a list, do you think
wow,
a huge list?
I mean, I currently across on my personal list that, you know, the one I mail daily, I have 11,000 people on my list, which I've built over a couple of years. Now, altogether, we've got about 25,000 people on our list. But if we've been doing this for 6 years, man, we'd easily have probably 500,000 people on our list.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, probably 500,000 people on our list, which that's a crazy amount of people to have, and your income at that stage is just like, I mean, with 500,000 people on your list, you can really make 500,000 a month with 500,000 people on your list, and more in many cases.
So you've got a really responsive list then?
Yeah, I've got a section of my list that I've been meticulous with, that is super responsive. And, you know, again, not all subscribers are made equal, is what I would say. to, you know, in answer to that question. And what you'll find is a lot of people build their list with what I like to call freebie seekers. So you've probably seen it before. You send traffic to a capture page, and on the capture page it says, enter your email to get Janelle's free tips on how to bake a chocolate cake, or whatever, right? Typically they enter their email, you send them their free gift, and you show them some kind of offer, or you begin to email them with offers. Now, some of those people can be converted to paying customers down the line, and I've had great success with that. However, a lot of them, they only joined your list just to get the free gifts. So what I've done now is I've pretty much stopped growing my list with freebie seekers, and I grow my list now. 98% of my list is getting built with buyers traffic. So I launch a product, I place it on Warrior Plus or JVZoo, I build a sales page, I use affiliates drive traffic to my sales page, and people come to my page and they either don't buy because they don't want to pay money, or they do buy, and when they do buy, they automatically get added to my buyers list. And I can tell you that somebody who spends money with you is far more responsive than somebody who joins your list for free. Having a proven buyer on your list is 100 times more valuable than having 50 freebie seekers.
Yeah, that's for sure. I noticed that I actually launched a product too, and the response rate in my list improved dramatically. But you still have to be careful what products you actually promote to them, because these guys come in through e-commerce. So it's important to segment your list so that you're sending offers that they're interested in, because otherwise they just leave. So the retention rate, do you have a good retention rate on your list? You find that they stick around for a while?
Yeah, I've had people on my list who've been on my list since 2 years ago that have opened every single email religiously, which, you know, when you think that the average amount of emails I send is 2 per day, and sometimes even up to 7 in a day, and you're going to think I'm crazy, but my method works, and it's very different to 99% of what I see out there. I don't know if you really want me to go more into the philosophy of how and why I mail, because that could be a whole thing in itself. But yeah, and you know something, Janelle, those who don't want to be on my list, I tell people when they subscribe, I'm going to email you at least twice a day. It's going to be entertaining stuff, and you are going to get sent offers in virtually every email I send. If you're not happy with that, now's the time to unsubscribe. You know, it's been emotional, see you later kind of thing. And yep. I don't worry too much about people who unsubscribe, because truthfully, they're not my tribe. The people who unsubscribe, I don't, you know, the reality is they're not going to buy from me anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But my unsubscribe rate isn't that high anyway, because of the frequency with which I mail and the style with which I mail. A lot of people actually are waiting for my emails to get there, because it's the one part of their day that isn't boring as sin or hell, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, like all the, like whatever you call them, paste and copy and paste emails that you get from most marketers that are just, you know, trying to sell affiliate marketing products. So Ben, what would be a big tip that you could tell people when they're list building? Maybe like just one most important thing that you find to be successful at list building. I'm hoping I know what
I would say. Say that again, Janelle.
I said I'm hoping I know what your answer will be. But go on.
I mean, I could say several things here. Do you mean more in terms of driving the traffic, or do you mean in terms of once people are actually on your list kind of a thing?
Yeah, once people are on your list, what's the most important thing? Once people there, yeah.
The most important thing I would say is once they're on your list is, number one, learn how to email effectively. And to do that, you're really going to need to throw 99% of what you've heard from so-called list builders out of the window, and mail your list every single day. 365 days of the year, mail your list every single day. Get good at telling stories. Get good at turning up in your subscribers' inbox. You know, it's possible to get your subscribers addicted to your emails when you know what they're doing. You know, I've had subscribers message me and say, I was driving and I pulled over my car to read your email, you know, because they want to read my, yeah. I also have subscribers that say to me, I opened your email, Ben, and I didn't read the email, but I just bought what you recommended because it was you, you know, and you really get to a point where list building is just all about getting people, getting people, first of all, to notice your email, which is going to involve catchy subject lines, but then just through storytelling and just being turning up and being yourself. You know, these emails, you know, where you go and you just swipe something from somebody else's JV page and there's none of your own personality in there. They might get you a few sales, but you're not going to be able to turn up every day and get away with that. And the reason why some people will say to you, oh, you shouldn't email every day, is because they lack the skills it takes to mail daily. Now, those skills are simple to master. Anybody can master them in a 30-day period of time, you know, once you know how. So that's kind of what I would say about that. More is more when it comes to emailing your list.
Yeah. So I think you said that sometimes it's 7 times a day. I think because people get so many emails that you've got to be there in front of them at several times of the day so they at least catch one, I find. Because there's so much email going through their email boxes. But yeah, you're right. I've heard a few people say, you know, that they look forward to their emails because they're different and because they're offering value and they're standing out, you know, and you've got to stand out in order to be noticed. And that's what you guys teach so well. So who would be some of your favourite mentors that you sort of look up to and have learnt from and, you know, like your mentors basically, besides Ange?
When it comes to list building or email marketing, only 2 people. There's only 2 people I would recommend besides myself, which sounds crazy, but I've got to a point where there's only myself and 2 other people when it comes to email marketing I would even consider recommending. The first one is a guy called Ben Settle, very well known in the email marketing world. Highly respect what he does. I'd recommend you get on his list, but just be aware you will want to buy stuff. So because he's just really good at what he does. But for a very long time, just by reading his emails, I was learning so much about how emailing works. Second person who has probably been an even bigger influence on me in terms of affiliate marketing and emailing is a guy from the UK called Michael Sheney. You'll see me promoting a lot of his launches. You'll see me on his leaderboards. Got a good relationship with him. My style is probably a reflection of a lot of stuff I learned from him. You know, connecting with him and just seeing what he did with emailing was a major turning point in my business, to the point of when I was first emailing, I was getting sales here and there. After applying some of the things he shared with me in affiliate marketing competitions, it got to the point where I was just getting on every single leaderboard I wanted to just from mailing my list. You know, he's got some very simple things that he teaches, which, you know, when you realize them, they are simple, but you would never think of these things on your own. So, you know, if you're struggling with email marketing right now and all that kind of stuff, I would get on their lists, get on my list and you know, see what we do. And I would encourage you to pick up some of their products, because you can only reverse engineer so much. At some point, you got to reach in your pocket and invest in yourself. You know, you can reverse engineer to a point, but at the end of the day, you need to invest in yourself to learn some of the, you know, advanced stuff that they're doing.
Yeah, Ben Settle's got a really good podcast too. I can't remember the name of it at the moment because it's been a while since I've listened to it. But I used to listen
to the Ben Settle Show.
Oh, there you go. I
think it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always riveting and shocking. But yeah, lots full of good information. So Ben, where's the best place?
Ben Settle's definitely, or Michael Shenny. If you're how am I going to say this? If you're reserved, if you're kind of a very politically correct person, then you're probably going to be offended by some of the stuff, because he just says what he wants to say. He has an opinion on pretty much everything, and you either like his opinion or you don't. But I would say learn to separate the meat from the bones. You know, You're never going to gel with everything everybody says, but learn to take away the good and leave the bad behind. And that's what I do. Although I pretty much like everything he says, because, you know, that's just the way I am. I'm slightly controversial myself, I guess.
Yeah. And it is. It makes you think, and I think he gets the reactions that he's after, you know, because you know, a lot of Michael's emails are writing about how subscribers have written back to him about what he's put in an email, and they crack me up. Like, they're very entertaining. So you're right. You're looking forward to the next email that's coming in your email box. So you can check it out, you know, and that sort of works. And yours are the same. I've noticed your emails too. Only, well, just recently, I guess, been getting your emails. So Ben, where's the best place that people can contact you or get in touch with you, or you know, follow you? I think Facebook, probably.
Yeah, I would say Facebook. So what I would say is, because I get a lot of friend requests, and if I don't get a message in a friend request, I normally just assume it's some kind of crazy internet stalker or something. So you can come across to facebook.com/ben.martin.758. So that's facebook.com/ben.martin.758. And what you want to do is shoot me a friend request, but just shoot me a message and just say, I saw an interview you did with Janelle, thought I'd shoot you a message and a friend request, you know, would love to connect. And I'll accept your friend request ASAP once you do that. I give a lot of cool stuff out on Facebook. So yeah, that would be a great place to be friends and follow me.
Do you have a blog as well, Ben?
I do have a blog. I've not been super active on there, although I am just starting to pick up activity on there again. So you can go to whoisbenmartin.com. You won't see anything fancy, or you won't see any bells or whistles or, you know, juggling monkeys on there. It is what it is. But yeah, I've just kind of decided recently to start. I'm probably going to start posting my daily emails on there for people to read, and just some other cool little things. So yeah, whoisbenmartin.com.
Excellent. And when you do your Facebook lives, are they mainly on your profile page, or?
Yeah, I do all my Facebook lives to my profile page. I'm completely inactive on my business page, and the reason is Facebook shut my ads account down a long time ago. So to be honest, I was never really one of those people that was into separating my profile page and business page. You know, at the end of the day, as an internet marketer, I can't separate me as a person from what I am and what I do, you know. So I do everything from my profile page. That's where my audience is. So yeah, if you connect with me, you can go to my business page and you'll probably find things from 1981 on there, but you won't really find anything from recent times. So
Okay. Well, I'll drop that link down in the description. Ben, it's been fantastic tonight. I really want to thank you for coming along and doing the interview. And I'm sure all my followers will really dig it. So thanks a lot.
No problem, Janelle. I've just got one question for you, real
Okay.
quick. I'm turning the tables.
That's okay.
Because you said like, what time is it by you now?
It's 11:30 p.m.
Okay, because you live in the future, can you tell me, am I going to make a lot of money today?
Of course you are. Now, haven't you got a product launch? Aren't you launching a product? Or just launched a CPA product?
Yeah, I just finished a product launch, and I'm in the middle of a promotion for a friend. But we got some cool stuff in the pipeline that's coming. Going to be doing a case study on Pinterest, and I think you were in the group yesterday, Janelle, where I announced about this new app that we'd found.
Busker.
I don't know if you watched. Yeah, that's a really cool app. We may do a product on that. So yeah, we got plenty of products in the pipeline. So tune in, guys. Come connect. I'm happy to answer a few questions about list building, email marketing to help you in your business, and it would just be great to connect with some new people.
Excellent. Thanks again, Ben. You're a legend.
No problem. No problem at all.
Right.